Hi, I'm Paul. In today's video, I'll show you how to create a dynamic status filter and a search field for your Dataview tables inside Obsidian. These features are easily applicable to any Obsidian Vault. If you're an Obsidian user wanting to enhance your note-taking experience with advanced search and filtering capabilities, this video is just for you. By the end of this video, you will gain new techniques for effectively filtering and finding notes in your Obsidian Vault. Join me as we explore how to optimize your Dataview queries. Showcasing Dataview search and status filter. We're going to start in the book vault today, and we're going to look at how to dynamically search and filter our Dataview queries. So here we have a select status to filter. If we open up our status, we can see we have a few reading statuses to choose from. Let's choose the reading status. That's going to filter my Dataview query to show me the current books that I'm reading. You can see the status says reading, and we just have a Dataview query showing the name of the book cover, the status, the author, the rating, the tags, and the date added. We can look at books that we've already summarized by changing the status to summarized, and that's going to give us a bigger list of books that we have already summarized. So that's quite a handy addition to have to your vault. If I want to clear the status, I can come up here and take out the word summarized. That's going to reset to no results to show for the table query. Alternatively, I could use a search, and I could go search for a book that I'm currently reading, or I could search for a book that I've already read. If I can't remember the name of the book, I can go to my bookshelf and I could search through the books from A to Z. I could also go to my covers and try to find it here. You can also utilize this in other sources. So let's have a look at the YouTube Vault. You can see we have a select status to filter, which is currently in progress, which is this result here. We could change to summarized, and that will update all the YouTube videos that we have summarized. So I find that this could be quite handy if you had, say, a index page such as this one in cards, and you wanted to just add a search field up the top, or you wanted to filter the particular cards that you've got here based on one of their properties. You'd be quite happy to have a search when you have lots of notes in a directory. In the next section of the video, we'll go through how to set up a filter for your Dataview queries, as well as a search field. Before we get started, be sure to download my free Obsidian Starter Kit Vault from my Ko-Fi page so you can follow along with the video. Theme choice and community plugins. Today we'll be using the minimal theme with the following community plugins. The main requirements for this part of the video will be Dataview, folder notes, templator, and metabind. For the minimal theme, I'll make sure I've got minimal theme settings and style settings installed. How to set up your Dataview search and status filter. For this part of the video, I'm going to use the Obsidian Bookshelf Vault Pro from my Ko-Fi page. The methods I'm about to show you can be used on any Obsidian Vault as long as you match up your properties with the status filter and search field. So inside my vault, I have a books folder. Then inside the books folder, I have my bookshelf. If I click on book covers, I can view all my books that I've summarized or currently reading. I also have a menu which will navigate to books from A to Z. I'd like to add a dynamic status filter as well as a dynamic search onto the books folder. So if I right click, go down to folder note commands, create markdown folder note, I'm going to start building my dynamic filters here. We'll add some YAML at the top, CSS classes. Then I'm going to add my select status to filter. And this is going to be an input inline select. So if we navigate down to metabind, open our FAQ, we can go down to our inline select. We can get our syntax here. So we can see we have our input inline select with our option, and our option is to read. Then the next one is maybe read, followed by next read, and so on. Because this is binding to this status, so if we click on this one here and we bring up the inline select documentation, we can see that we can bind the target, which is our YAML property. So we need to add that up the top here. We can close this one and test it. Control E, and when we select our status, it will dynamically change in our YAML property. Next, we need to add our Dataview query. To save time, I will copy and paste it. So here we have our Dataview query. So we can see it's pulling in our YAML properties here from the location vault, or it's grabbing anything with the tag book, where the status is not empty and contains the status property with the variable that we're setting up here. And then it's going to, from the creation date descending and limit to 100. Let's preview that. So because we have nothing selected, the results are empty. But if we choose a status, it dynamically sets up the top and then it shows in our Dataview results. We might not want to show the file name twice. So to fix that, we can go table without ID. Now we only have one link. We might want to add our cover in between our rating and our file. So we will come down, we'll just go add our cover. We want to give it a specific name. Now we have our cover. Creator is not correct. We need the author. So we can come in, change this to our author. And we also want to change this to author. Now we have our author. So that's looking quite good. And if we want to open up our book, we can have a look to see if those properties match. So we've got our rating, our cover, our topics, our author, our status, and the date added. And we can add some more properties in if we would like. So I'm happy that I now have a filter for my books vault, but I also want to add a search field. So we'll jump back into source mode, going to add search, and I've got a little emoji of a magnifying glass, which you can Windows key full stop and choose the magnifying glass. Then I've got an input text field this time. So if we pull up the MetaBind FAQ again, we scroll down and we find our input text field, which is this one here. So we can see we've got input text. Now we have a new property called search term. So we need to add that up to our YAML properties up the top. So now we have our search term. So we'll close our FAQ. To save time, I'll just copy in the Dataview query. So let's have a look at this one. So this one is going to need some work as well. So we need to take our properties here. We're going to delete and update them here. And we also want to search in the same from location. Let's preview to see if it works. So let's go look for this book here. So we're just going to type in the word B. And that's going to give us all the results with the word B. So we've got Be Unstoppable, we've got Be Useful, 7 Tools for Life. We also have a BE in numbers. So we can further refine it down by saying Be Useful. And that just gives us what we're looking for. So I'm pretty happy with that. You can see this one has been summarized. If I want to move any of the fields around, I can. So I just come in, I can move the status field up if I want. Now I have my status here. So I'm quite happy with how that's looking. I can take out my search field and that will give me a blank canvas. So the last thing I probably want to do is I want to add my buttons here to my top parent folder here. So I can jump into source mode. I'm just going to grab this embed here. Just going to paste it above here. So now I have my 2 buttons to go to my bookshelf and my book covers. Now, if I want to make changes to those, I can highlight, open up my MetaBind book directory buttons, and I can make changes here. And I can add more buttons if I wanted to. If I wanted to add a button for adding a new book note, I could go new book note, and I could come down and create a button. Windows key full stop, fix that one up. This one's going to be new book note. It's going to be hidden. And then I just need to go grab my book template. Got to tell it where to put that. So it's going to go in Vault Books. I'm going to open the note, insert that. So now I have my new book note. So I can preview that. There's my new book note. Preview it over here. It's not going to appear until I go back and forward. Now I have my new book note where I can enter my new book note. So I'm quite happy with that. So you can apply that to any folder within your Vault. Quite a handy one to have. I use it throughout my whole Obsidian Vault. I hope you've gained some valuable insights from today's video into how to add a dynamic search or status filter to your Vault. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with others who might benefit. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more Obsidian tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.